You want to know what guys really think and talk about behind closed doors? Look no further. Welcome to the Other Guys podcasts. You'll most likely be offended, but you'll probably laugh too. So, enjoy. Okay, welcome to the Other Guys podcast. This is a Helpline episode. You got problems? We're gonna solve them. Maybe.
We actually have a really good record so far. We have zero feedback that we have not helped people.
Yes.
So I take that as we did help everybody, and they're just so happy that they haven't complained about it.
That's how it's done. You know, it's like sex. You know, you go in, you get your job done. If you don't get complaints, you killed it. And that's how we do it on the Helpline. I want to do Kirk.
Yes.
He has ADD. Kirk, I want to do a little bit of an update and let people know, because remember back in October we had a bit of a I want to say bet, but we had a bit of a thing going where, you know, we
were challenging each other to lose the most weight in the 3-month time period.
Yes. So it's been 30 days since then. It's almost a month, not a full month.
21 days.
Okay.
It's been 3 full weeks.
Okay. So I want to give people just a little bit of update. Now, I don't want to get specifics, but are you doing good? Are you doing bad? How are you doing?
I lost some weight in the first 2 weeks. I was like 4 or so pounds.
Okay.
And I didn't try that hard.
Yes.
And I think I can do better.
Right.
But how much did you lose, Kevin?
Okay, here's the thing, because I lied to you that day where you tried to check in on me. You were like, how much did I lose? No,
You're supposed to tell me every other day.
Well, okay.
That's what the weigh-in is for, man.
As of late, because here's the thing. The truth is I've had some ups and downs, but as of late...
No, that's what you just weigh. You can only officially weigh in this thing. You weigh yourself every other week. And that's what's official on the books.
All I'm saying is, as of today, right now, 2 pounds down.
2 pounds down.
Now, the thing is, I've been working on some gym stuff.
That's good.
I've been getting stronger, which is usually not a good sign that because normally when you lose weight, you lose a little bit of strength. So I don't know. I'm tweaking some stuff there, but I'm back on doing some cardio again. Like a year ago, I was able to do 20 minutes on the Stairmaster. Yesterday, I was only able to do about 4. So. We're working our way. It's a comeback. It's a comeback right now.
You gotta start walking first, man.
Yeah, I can walk.
No, I mean like go for a walk. Go for like a jaunty walk. I'm saying like I go to High Park. Yeah. And I walk up all the slopiness and I walk through like the forest area. Yeah. And it's very beautiful, but it's also challenging at certain points because you gotta go up hills and stuff.
I walk too to my car.
No, I just mean like
to my bed.
Like a constant walk, like at least a 20 to 30 minute walk.
Right. Well,
where you're getting your heart rate up. So I'm just saying, like,
almost killed me.
But yeah, because that's what I'm saying. This would be a much more efficient workout if you went for half an hour versus just 4 minutes. It's like people who jog are idiots because they don't realize that like it's not much difference between them and just walking.
Well, the whole jogging thing is a whole different thing. But anyways,
I just think you could do it.
Okay, well, listen. At the end of the day,
get your bicycle
the due date is fucking almost winter. The due date is going to be at the end of the year. Well, let's say we'll do it around the new year because new year, new us kind of bullshit. But we'll let everybody know results. But we'll do the help. We'll keep people updated on the helplines. So there's that. Also, I want to do a shout out to who I would like to officially name our number one fan, Carolyn. She went on her I think SoundCloud page and just commented and gave us a little bit of feedback on our stuff, which we love and crave and appreciate. And she basically was saying,
sounds kind of you know what you're getting to right now.
I'm talking about like, well, she's giving us feedback.
I just wanted the tone in your voice. I wasn't sure if you're like, she's listening now. Just want to let her know thank you. Because you're amazing.
Okay, Kirk. This is why.
No, I'm just saying that's what you sound like.
Okay.
I don't know, Kevin.
Ignore my tone. I just want to get to the facts. The facts is, Carolyn commented on a couple of our previous pods. I just wanted to give her feedback. She wanted to give us feedback on them and her opinion on some of the stuff. So we were talking about sex robots at one point. I just wanted to know what a female's opinion on it. She basically said that, she accepts that it is a fetish And if she did have a boyfriend, she would actually have to cut him out. Which, again, that's her, and I respect that. She also made a comment about the whole my view on the whole single life versus taken life. Obviously, you know, I'm a big pro of this being a free single guy and all that stuff. But she was like saying, you know what, you got to meet the right person and they might change you. And I'm not actually opposed to that. I think, you know what, if the right one does come along, we'll see where that rabbit hole goes. So other than that, she's a great fan, and thank you, Carolyn.
Yeah, that was nothing against what I meant, the Carolyn thing. I think she's great. Yeah. I love seeing the comments and seeing the support. Yeah. Just I thought maybe Kevin had some ulterior motives. He was maybe thinking of, he's a single guy, right? He's got to find somebody.
Okay, Kirk, let's be professional here.
I am being professional. This is my job.
Okay, so let's get to the job at hand, which is the helpline.
Yeah, so the number one helpline in the GTA area, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Do you know any other helplines out there? So if we're the only one, we're the best.
Didn't there used to be one in the 90s, Kids Help Phone or some shit like that?
I think Kids Help Phone still exists.
Do they still exist?
No, I mean like...
or there's internet shit now.
I mean like the podcast version of a helpline.
Well, I think everyone has their own version, but for now...
Because there's like a mental health helpline, there's like a pregnancy crisis helpline.
Okay.
And I've called all of them.
Well, here's the thing. We do every problem. Like, you got a problem with relationships, we'll handle it. You got a problem with, like, how do you put a door on a car? I can help you with that. You know, how do you make a good protein shake? Kirk, as long as it's not with kale, Kirk can definitely help you with that.
I told you, Kevin, you just got to remove the leaves from the stem.
Fuck that.
It removes the bitterness.
Okay.
You blend it to the point where it's very fine, and you mix that with all the stuff that's going to give you the good taste, and you won't even notice you're drinking kale, man.
Yeah.
And then you'll be thinner and sexier, and you'll be, doing well.
Fuck that.
You'll be like the coolest dude.
Anyways, okay, let's go help out some real people that need some real help. I want to do one. We got an email from one of our listeners, which is great.
Yeah.
This person is Dmitry Zukaluk. I can't say the last name. It's Zukaluk. He's a Polish dude or Russian. Either way.
Zuccarella.
So anyways, I want to dig into his problem. His problem is my girlfriend just started birth control. Do you think it would be safe to come in her?
I mean, in theory, yeah.
Yeah. I think that is the whole point of birth control. Like,
I think second question, how well does he trust her? I wonder.
I actually don't know.
My whole thing would be like, if I'm that guy, I'm like, hey, where's that package? Have you been poking those things out every day?
Yeah.
And like, you taking the sugar pill? You doing all that?
So here's the thing. I don't know, because I'm a little ignorant with the whole. I'm a pro raw dog kind of guy.
Of course you are.
My thing is, what came first, the condom or the birth control?
Oh, condoms for sure.
Yeah,
condoms were like remember like back in like ancient days they were like the sheepskin.
Oh,
ones.
goat skin. Yeah.
They put on like a bladder. They take like an animal's bladder out and just put it on their dick. Okay. And then like latex, I think was been around for a long time. I don't think like the pill, as they say, hasn't been around since the late 60s.
Okay, but like, because I heard somewhere, and again, this is I heard somewhere that apparently after birth control, that's when women start to get more freer with their sex and started to sleep around more.
Yeah.
Yeah?
The 60s.
Oh, fuck. Then, fuck. I love birth control. I'm pro birth control.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to this guy's problem. Would it be okay? Well, here's the thing. He wants to know if he thinks he should come in a girl. I think you should always come in a girl. But
see, the thing we always learn in sex ed is that it's like the best birth control is. I mean, you can say not having sex, but that's not. But it's not like you should always partner up condom with birth control. It's like at that point, you're at like a 99.9% chance.
At that point, no, listen, condom and birth control. At that point, get a fucking sex robot.
No, I'm just saying if you want to be, more sure about it, because the pill has like the problem with the pill is it's more or less there's not the pill has defects. It's just the people taking it do. People can miss a dose. People can like there's that whole I think like every so many days you have to take a glucose pill. So
you know about this shit, eh?
Yeah, of course I do.
Why?
Girls have told me this. I've been like told about like because one girl was like, she was telling me about like this thing when I was like 20 something. She's like, the guy, this pharmacist in Sarnia, he was trying to talk to her about her birth control, and he's like, have you had the sugar pill? And she's like, what? He's like, because he was like, that's the one's like a glucose pill you would take like in your cycle or something. So you're not supposed to take like. There's one you don't take the actual pill.
You want to know my my form of birth control?
But he was saying it like to her like, do you like sugar? Basically, he was like this weird Asian dude. He's like, you like a little bit of sugar, right? And she's like, what? And she's like, oh, I mean the glucose pill. Oh, I get it.
Do you know what my form of birth control is?
Your face?
No, go fuck yourself. No, working out your biceps and triceps. Why, you ask? Because it helps with the pull-out method. Because let's say you're getting into stuff or whatever, and she's writing, and you're like, oh, fuck, I'm about to bust. Your bicep and tricep strength is going to push that lady off.
Oh, okay. So, I thought like you actually were like, it was helping you pull out faster your dick. Like you grab
Well, that's more
like,
wrist strength, if anything.
Well, I mean, like, who knows? In your case, how big that thing is. So
yeah,
I mean,
that's
like,
true. Yep.
It's going to take a lot to reel it back in.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I don't know, man. I think it's really important to like, I don't know, first off, make sure you're in a good stable relationship before keep going forward. But like, I mean, they say that's what about the whole the pill and the condom is like a tag team made in heaven, but not really. But I think like for this guy, maybe it's a good time to go for it.
Listen, this guy's also probably Russian, so dude, man, fucking Russian roulette that shit up and. Listen, man, fuck with her pills and come in her every time and just see what happens.
You'd have to have the chances are of having a kid at this point would be, I guess, like you get like if you had sex 100 times, you might have a chance of getting pregnant once.
Okay,
so I mean, like that's probably the most odds you're gonna have. So I mean, those aren't bad odds. Go with it, I guess. If there's this guy, like, I mean, until it doesn't work, just keep doing it.
Yeah, I think I will never tell a guy to not come in a girl. That's just my opinion. And I think when it comes to Dimitri, listen, she said, here's the thing. You know what she says she's starting birth control? Maybe she's not. I'm going to put that in your head. Maybe she's not. So you got to look at it that way. And, rushing that shit up and take your shots. See where it goes. But, I think you should definitely just come in that. So
at least once. At least have a good time once or twice, right?
Or I think you got to do a bit of both. You got to come in that, but then you also got to work on your pullout game. Live a life. Anyways, that's Dimitri's problem solved. Pretty simple. Just do it.
Right? Or third option, just spray a bunch of spermicide on your dick beforehand.
Right.
And then hope for the best, and then maybe that'll kill it just in case it goes in.
Yeah. You can do. I don't know about that. But.
Or just like, why not, right?
Yeah.
I think I'm saying I think no matter what, 2 types of birth control is always better than 1.
I'm just raw dog it and see where life takes you. So, anyways, that's our advice. I want to go on to the next problem. You ready for this? This is a pretty intense problem. So this is from a user named the dog 843. So basically, this person has a problem. I don't know if it's a boy, girl. There's no details. But basically, when I cry into my pillow, my eye hurts. It's kind of like a chafing feel. Is there any easy solution to this?
I actually have a similar problem, but like it's not like when I'm crying into a pillow, but like sometimes like if like something is making my eye water and I try rubbing it with something, it just gets worse. It basically means that like I think it something always happens when I'm laying down or in a weird angle. But I'm too comfortable to move. And she probably has that.
Why are you assuming she's a she? You don't think it's a?
Oh, I thought you said she earlier. So him and or her could be.
Did you just assume their gender?
No, that's why I said and or her because it's and or.
Is maybe
him and her?
Could it be a shit?
No, I'm saying it's possible all 3 all at once, all different varieties.
Okay,
basically what I'm saying. So I think you as a person,
as a human being,
the person with the question, I think what they have to do is just like stop laying down like that because that's what happens. Like your tears build up and then when you're trying to rub it away and it gets stuff on stuff and you're crying. So I mean, like, I guess first off, just stop crying.
Yeah, stop crying. I think you need to learn how to turn those tears into rage. And
I always found like, because it sounds like she's also because laying down, right?
Again, you just assumed she's not.
Oh,
you think that
women?
I'm
so sorry.
You think women are the only ones that cry? Some,
not really. I probably cry more than most women.
Okay.
So anyway, they really should, if they're gonna cry, just stand up, look at themselves in the mirror.
Yeah.
They'll realize they're wasting their time. And you feel silly by crying.
That's kind of weird, though, to cry in the mirror, man. And look at
that's
yourself.
what I'm saying. It's weird, and they'll realize it's weird, and they'll stop crying. Yeah. I'm just saying that's a good way to stop crying. Is once you like look yourself dead in the eye and go, "Hey, I'm not going to cry anymore."
You know what? I almost cried a couple days ago. Do you know what brought it on?
I know what made me cry yesterday.
Yeah, what was it?
The Sidney Crosby playing hockey with the Ugandan team.
What the fuck?
It was beautiful. There's a Tim Hortons video where there's this Ugandan hockey team. They're the only hockey team in Uganda. Okay. I don't know how there's ice there, but there is, or they have an arena. But they're the only team, so they have nobody to play against. They came to North America for some tournament, like goodwill thing, and this is the first time they were ever going to play against anybody. Yeah. For real, and like they got their jerseys on. They gave them all these nice new jerseys and equipment. Yeah, and they're like, then some guys like, they got a couple more players for you. Yeah, and it's Sidney Crosby. Oh yeah, and Nathan McKinnon, and they all like tear up, and start crying. I start crying. Yeah. I'm like, that's fucking beautiful, man. And then they go play a game of hockey, but like Sidney Crosby's on their line. It's pretty cool.
Oh, so it's also unfair, but it's
also But he also was. I think he was coasting a little bit. Right. He's like, I don't really need to try too hard against these guys, but right.
No, I think with this person,
how did you almost cry? Though?
Oh yeah. So I was on an elliptical, and not an elliptical.
Stairmaster.
No, the bike. The
bike.
Yeah, the stationary bike.
Exercise.
And I was fucking going hard, doing HIIT cardio and shit. And I had I had it on Spotify, and it was like the Dark Knight like soundtrack, and it was like Hans Zimmer. You know Hans Zimmer. He does those, and it was like an emotional. Yeah, it was like an emotional score or something, and I just started fucking like I don't know. It started making me think of like dead parents and fucking weird shit, and I was just going hard, and like, dude, like it was a bit of like going hard / maybe thinking of dead parents and shit, and like just I don't know, and then it just like
none of your parents have died though. You just you were feeling pathos.
I was Were
you feeling pathos for Batman?
Hans Zimmer and cardio do it for me, and it almost brought me, but I was able to suck it back in.
I kind of felt like the story was going to be that my balls got twisted up and I started crying.
No, I've done that before. But
with the soundtrack from Over the Top started playing and my balls got twisted.
Oh, that's a great soundtrack too, man. So with this person, listen, cry. You know what? Cry if you want to. But if crying into your pillow literally hurts, then stop fucking doing it. Cry out in the open.
Yeah, get those eyes some oxygen, you know?
Or you know what? Maybe try collecting your tears, because maybe they're magic.
Does she have contact lenses? Is that what?
Maybe.
Thinking maybe?
Maybe she has contact lenses. In that case, I don't know. Just
that's weird to me now. Like, how do people with contact lenses cry? Are they just like, do they never get to cry? Or when they cry, they got to take them out? Or are they just like emotionless people who have poor eyesight but don't want to show they have poor eyesight?
I think people with contacts have cried all they've been able to cry, so they're out of tears.
I don't know why you cry.
Yeah, that's exactly what. Anyways, so that's what I got to say for the user, the dog 843. Okay, I want to get into our last question.
Yes.
This one's a little interesting. So basically, it's from a user named Sylvie Mix. Mm-hmm. Why is femininity looked down upon anyway? So here's the question, because that was the intro. So, as I am usually involved in the meme community, it's been an underlying subject that feminist equals bad/evil. Now, I know it's not that much of a deal since I'm not really a feminist, but I think it's something to be said. I also know that memes are usually supposed to be funny with something that can be offensive to somebody out there, but I kind of just want to understand why the whole feminist equals bad meme. I understand that there are some crazy feminists who are like, all men should die. And
I got this one.
Hold on, almost done. And
I got a good answer
but
to this.
I'm not sure why this is believed to be a trait of all feminists. But I believe both genders should be equal, but that's just my opinion. The whole thing may have died down, but I just want to know why the meme community, shout out to the meme community, thought of this. So basically, she just wants to know what, like, memes, and mostly I'm on Instagram and all there.
Yeah, I feel like it's mostly probably because mostly dudes make those, like from like Reddit. Or like what's it, like 4chan? So
you don't think there's female
I'm sure there.
makers?
I'm saying there is some, but it's just like if you want to look at disparity, there's probably way more dudes making that than women. Right. Like I don't see too many like memes with like the. If I looked at it, was like oh yeah, it looks like a woman made that, or a man. Yeah. I can like go like a man made that one because it's a girl with big tits.
Yeah,
and saying something kind of funny, right? But like I don't know. Like I think maybe we're at like is that a time when like we're at a time when it's like, I think like all the certain culture of things kind of with like feminism, I think caught certain people off guard. And it's just like the last faction of people are using maybe this as an outlet to kind of like figure it out, or like they don't understand it. So of course they would try to villainize the other side if there's someone who doesn't understand what it's all about. But also like it's one of those things where it's like everything now where you get to be one way or the other.
Yeah, extreme.
They show like the extreme side of feminism is just as bad as the extreme side of being a sexist, Right. So like because it almost comes down to you're also a sexist if you're So, but I don't know. I think with this case, if you talk about memes, then it's probably why. It's probably most of these guys who don't really have it figured out, the whole feminism thing, and dislike it. And they're using their powers to do this.
So I'm kind of a big deal in the meme community. I've created memes in my days.
His meme name is Kevy Haste.
Yes. No. But here's my whole thing on the whole. The feminist equal like bad like why feminists are being viewed in that, why they're being vilified in those formats, and the truth is there's just not really like there's a lot of feminists or I guess what you could say is a pro. Oh man, fuck! I don't even know how to like. The memes that are out there right now are funny, and they may not be towards... Like, some of them are misogynistic, I'll admit, but they're fucking funny. You can't tell me that some of these misogynistic ones aren't funny.
Yeah, so, like, because you could be making a good point, but maybe it's just not funny.
Like, Bill Burr's had a couple of sayings, and I've seen some of his, jokes and his material, and it's funny.
So what makes a good meme is just being funny versus anything else.
That's what I think it is. And right now... I mean, listen, unless you're going to be the spearhead of the feminist movement, and listen, my whole thought on the whole feminist thing is, I think there is, just like vegans, there are genuinely good people, and people that are trying to push their movement and trying to live in a certain way, and those are the people that they just want to improve their lives, and through those venues of vegan or feminism, whatever, they're doing it that way. But then there's the extremes that are like the vegans that are like, oh, fucking grass has fucking feelings or some shit. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know. But there's extremes, and I feel like those extreme people, like the extreme feminists, like, oh yeah, all men should die, like those types of feminists, they give a bad rap to good vegans and feminists and those kind of people. So that's the only thing, and I think the only way to combat that is if you are a feminist and if you are a vegan and you're all that, is to give legit, and especially if you're going to get into the meme game and you're going to get into the meme community, and in general, if you're going to do comedy and stuff like that too, is that you just got to be funny. Like,
otherwise, if funny, you might want to get into infographics, because those don't have to be funny. You can just make them.
Yeah, you can do statistics.
Here's some statistical analysis in a graph with a picture of a cow on it.
That's get into that shit, right?
One of those.
You'll get likes for that.
I just want to say also, like, I think like there's a bit of a pushback I've heard overall. It sounds like with like PC culture in general, because most people apparently don't really like it, and there's only like a certain few people that are really pushing it.
Yeah.
And that's so it makes it seem like everybody's all about it. It's always happening. But the thing I was reading was like, there's like a good portion of people, like especially in the United States, that like they've been oversaturated with it. And they don't really want to. They don't really care. They don't really want. They don't really want to deal with it. They're just like, yeah, I get this is kind of like a certain thing that someone might. Yeah. But then you've taken it too far, where you've lost us. Yeah. So it's probably similar. It's a similar thing with the overall, I guess, like, faction of that stuff. So
So here's my thing, because this person probably, is going to go and try and, make memes and try and, and push their agenda or whatever. It comes down to the simple fact is, you know what? Instagram and these formats and memes in general are saturated with more, I guess you could say, misogynistic and more, whatever you call it, pro the other side memes. But that's because a lot of them are actually funny, and that's why they're being shown, and that's why they're being shared. If you can actually come up with a pro-feminist and all that type of meme that is funny, post it, and hope at the end of the day, the people that make the minds up is the masses. It's like fucking what do you call it? Roman times, where the people spoke. So
democracy.
Yes, it's like democracy, and basically democracy rules that right now.
Well, that's like with like comedy shows and stuff. Because some people like the whole. I've heard that Bill Burr thing where like he's at a show, has a good show, things go well, but then someone nitpicks something from his set,
of course,
out of context, and they make it like it wasn't ever a joke. It was just like, this is like a fucked up statement the guy made out of context, or they write it in print. And so once it's in print, it's out of like total comedic context. So I mean, I don't know.
At the end of the day, if you're gonna get into the meme game, be funny. Otherwise, go into infographics. So that's what I got to say. Advice to this user.
You just got to stay humble and hustle hard.
Yeah, and listen, man, eat your vegan meat. Be pro-fem, but just be funny.
There's probably so many good like female sex toy jokes.
Yeah,
like dildos.
Yeah,
there's like
no. Let's create a. You know what? Let's give her one right now. A pro-feminist meme. Right now, let's just think of one.
Like
right
a
now.
Vibrator or something.
That might be misogynistic as opposed to feminist.
No, but like I don't like a picture of a guy, like a thing going like, it's like a guy. He's like, well, of course a woman's going to need a man in her life to satisfy and provide. And then it's just like a woman just holding up a vibrator or something.
Yeah, something where
I don't know. This isn't a good time to spitball. This isn't going to come off. This is just ideas I'm throwing out there without thinking.
So far, your leading idea is vibrator.
A vibrator.
Well, what do feminists like?
Those little pussy hats.
Okay, I'm
the little pink pussy hat. I'm sorry, the pussy cat. So obviously, why are you laughing at me?
Because
I know it sounds bad.
Anyways, you just gotta come up with a funny meme.
Josh Groban. He hasn't sexually assaulted anybody yet. I sure didn't like him.
Anyways, work on that stuff. Anyways, that I want to wrap it up. That was the helpline. To anybody that has problems and you're listening to this, we will legitimately help. Like we helped this meme.
Yeah. We will help you even if you don't really want us to help.
Yes.
We still feel obliged to have our say in your it's kind of like the patriarchy, but like with helping people.
Yeah, it's kind of like we're forcing ourselves upon you. Like
that was too far.
Okay. Anyways, that is the helpline. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you want to hear, what you got to do. And
if you want us to solve like bigger world issues, we're down for that.
Yeah, crimes. We're also good at solving crimes. Like I've solved like 20 crimes at least.
There was that the missing journalist who was murdered in the Saudi thing, and
I'm good at.
Well, we can maybe solve that. We can go fuck up some Saudi Arabian.
I'm really good at
first.
puzzles and shit like that too.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of Saudi Arabian people.
I've never solved the Rubik's Cube, but other than that, I'm pretty good.
Yeah. What about quantum theory?
Easy. Sleep, man. Anyways, that's the Other Guys podcast. That was the helpline. Thank you for listening.